Hey there, movie buffs and thriller enthusiasts. Let me take you back to 1982 for a hidden gem that combines horror, suspense, and a touch of the unexpected. We're talking about Visiting Hours, a Canadian slasher thriller directed by Jean-Claude Lord. This flick showcases stars like Michael Ironside, Lee Grant, Linda Pearl, and yes, the one and only William Shatner. Plot summary: meet Deborah Ballin, played by the phenomenal Lee Grant. Deborah's a fierce TV journalist who isn't afraid to speak up, especially when it comes to defending women affected by domestic violence. But when she gets on the wrong side of a psycho killer, Colt Hawker, Michael Ironside, things take a dark turn. After a terrifying attack at her home, Deborah ends up in the hospital. But Colt isn't done with her yet. He sneaks into the hospital, causing chaos and ramping up the body count in a cat-and-mouse chase you won't forget. And then there's the brave young nurse, portrayed by Linda Pearl, who gets caught up in this deadly game. When it first hit the theatres, Visiting Hours stirred up mixed feelings among critics. Some were hooked by its nail-biting suspense and Ironside's terrifying portrayal, while others felt the pacing was a bit off and leaned too much into exploitation. Despite this, it snagged a cult following among horror fans looking for more substance behind the screams. In an interesting twist, it came out the same year as Halloween 2, another hospital-based horror, but Visiting Hours focuses more on psychological thrills over supernatural scares. Did you know? Visiting Hours made it to the infamous UK Video Nasties list back in the early 80s. British censors thought it was way too violent and obscene. Released on May 28, 1982, the film's holding on to a 14% critic score on Rotten Tomatoes and a 5.710 on IMDb. And if you're itching to check it out for yourself, you won't find it on the usual streaming platforms right now. Luckily, someone's uploaded it on YouTube, so catch it while it's hot and before it gets taken down. Hit that link in the description to dive into the thrills.